Now, I will be honest, the last time I tried a 360 camera was probably back in 2017. I got it for free when I bought a Samsung phone. I did not have good luck with that camera at all. I don't know what it was with that model, but everybody said the same thing. When you first get it, you got to smack it as hard as you can on the bottom to get the battery to seat properly, even though it had an internal battery that you could not remove. Apparently, the camera was made with a defective connection or something, so I had to smack the bottom of it to get it to power on. And then the footage on it wasn't all that great. I mean, 360 cameras back then, they were hard to edit. Even if you did get them edited properly and you rendered them, they still didn't upload to YouTube properly. So cameras come a long way, and I've heard many good things about the Insta360. I decided to go with the X4. I was going to go with the X3 because it was a little bit cheaper, which was a 5K version, but I decided to go with the X4, which is the 8K. And the reason behind that is when I was at Best Buy, the rep there had gotten everything together that I needed, but the batteries and the charger that he gave me were for the X4. There was a change in the batteries between the X3 and the X4, and he gave me batteries for the X4 but gave me the X3 camera. So I ended up having to say, no, if you don't have the batteries in stock for the X3, then I want the X4, which is 8K. And I always wanted a 360 camera again because a lot of times when I'm like out fishing, I have my GoPro sitting on a tripod and something happens, I always got to go over and make sure that it's pointed correctly, that I got the right composition, and then hit record, which means I might miss something, especially when I'm fishing, to go over and hit record or to actually reposition it where I go stand. Sometimes when you're reeling in a fish, you're moving all over the place, so you get out of frame, you get back in frame. So I'm hoping this is really going to help improve my fishing footage. And also, I've got some other plans for this camera, especially when I'm doing my photography up in the mountains and driving around. Now, I still have the dash cam, which is inside the vehicle, so that makes it a little bit safer, but I'm interested to see what I can get 360 footage also. They say guys don't read manuals. Considering the size of this and the size print, even with my glasses, I don't think I'll be reading this manual. YouTube, here I come. So I also ordered all the accessories I think I am going to need. I don't go diving, so I didn't buy the waterproof diving case for it. So I don't think I need that. Plus I also have the accessories from the GoPro, like the chest mount, the cap mount, and some other clamps that I can use with it. So I did buy this with my own money. Nothing was sent to me. I am not going to go over all the specs because basically from the Insta360 X2 up through the X4, they all have pretty much the same capabilities. It's just the resolutions, the size battery, the size screen, and a couple other things have changed. So I'm not going to go over the full specs to this camera. There are many YouTubes made about it, but I'm just basically going to give my review and my opinion of it, and also show you some of the shots that I've taken with it. Just about a few days after I bought the X4, the X5 was released and comes out. Now, I am not disappointed that I got the X4 and not the X5, and here's why. Number one, well, let me just go through a few of the updates first on the X5 that I know about, because I don't know about all of them. So the X5 allows you to dive deeper. It has a greater depth that you can go down the water with still being waterproof. It has better low light capability because of a larger sensor, and it also has removable lenses. Okay, so for me, why I am not sad that I bought the X4 over waiting for the X5, even though I didn't know the X5 was going to be released. One, I don't scuba dive, so going deeper in the water is really not a big thing to me. That's not a big upgrade. For those of you who scuba dive, it might be, but not for me. Two, the replaceable lenses. I am not that hardcore sports where I worry about damaging my lenses. So the X4 has the lens guards, the little clear caps that you put on it. So That's kind of good enough for me. I'm not that hardcore sports, although it would be nice to replace the lens. But truthfully, on my GoPros and my other cameras, I've never scratched or broken a lens, except for when I had a camera fall out of the bag, my DSLR, and the lens snapped off. But as far as my action cams, I've never scratched or broke a lens. So, yes, it's a nice idea and probably something that I would like, but that's, to me, that's not a big enough upgrade. The only thing I would consider probably a big enough upgrade would be the larger sensor for the low light, because I do a lot at sunset. I love nighttime photography, videos, so that might be a bigger reason for the X5 for me. But as far as everything else, I'm completely happy with the X4. There is really no, unless you're into those three things: extreme sports where you're risking your lenses, scuba diving, or you're doing nighttime videos. Those are only the three reasons why I would say get the X5 over the X4. Or even, as far as that matter goes, the X3 might be good enough for most of what regular people do. The only thing I will say is the selfie stick. I do not have the action selfie stick. I just got the regular one. I took it out fishing during a snow and ice storm, and I've also taken it out fishing a couple other times, and I found that the selfie stick, I don't know if because of dirt or whatever, but the selfie stick was hard to extend and put back. Actually got stuck a couple times trying to extend it. What I had to do was I had to take WD-40, squirt it down in between the sections, and also take WD-40 and put it on a rag and wipe the whole selfie stick down while it was extended. And that fixed my problem. The thing extends and retracts totally with no problem. So I think there was a little bit of an issue of maybe dirt or something getting caught in there, because it was an extremely windy day also. But once I wiped that selfie stick down with the WD-40, it extends and retracts perfect. I did not get the selfie stick that has the tripod bottom. The reason being is I have a number of these metal ones. They're manufactured under a few different names. This one happens to have the brand name Cola Hayota on it, however you pronounce it. These tripod bottoms have proven to be more than enough and more than I will ever need. They're actually made out of aluminum, so they're heavy duty. They opened up fully flat on the ground, or I can have them angled and it's locking. If you notice here on the legs, there's several other mounting points, 1/4 20. I haven't actually used them, but the nice thing about this is the way these extend, I can actually put my backpack or my fishing sling on top of it so it does not fall over in the wind. So yeah, there's the totally flat position. Then there's the more open position. So with the red ring, it's totally lockable so that it will not open up any further. And you can see the notches cut in the red ring where the legs actually go if you have it unlocked and you want to have it flat. Plus, not only that, I can take this thing totally apart and clean it as opposed to the plastic one. So if any dirt gets in or if it needs any lubrication, I can just undo the legs and clean it all right up.
Oh, this guy got one. Heck yeah, brother. Logie got hit too. Whoa, Logie's got a fish. Quick, go get the net. Come on, let's get the net for Logie.
Okay, so now I got this set up in vlog mode. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and see how it is for vlogging. Like I said, this is the first time I use this. There's been many videos on this camera. So what I have here is I have the mic adapter plugged in because I do not have the DJI Mic 2. I might get that in the future so that I can Bluetooth directly without having to remove the door, because now this is not waterproof. The Rode wireless I have set up. I've tested this many a time on other cameras, so I can go out possibly a football field, maybe 2 football fields away from it, and still get reception as long as I'm turned towards the camera with a direct line of sight. This is the first generation Rode wireless mic. Hence, you can tell by the rubber bands I have holding the wind muff on, or the dead cat, because these do not snap on well and they keep falling off. They since improved this with later generations, but this is actually the first generation. So we're going to go ahead and test this out. One thing you will know is the lens guard. Let me get close to that. You can see that thing attracts lint and dust like crazy. So you have to keep cleaning that off. Go ahead and test this out. The other thing I'm going to do is I got this clamp. I'm going to see if there's a way that I can clamp this inside my car so that I can talk to you hands-free. Now, I've already got a dash cam to show you the scenery while I'm driving, but I think it would be interesting to clamp this hands-free inside the car so that I can talk to you and capture while I'm driving, and be able to, when I go back in and post-process and edit the footage, that I can, you know, point things out and then spin around and show you and then point it back to me. So we'll see how this is going to work out. This should not be intrusive because the whole entire setup would actually be smaller than a cell phone that would have been mounted in like the usual place that I had my cell phone mounted before. I'm going to try to show you what I got going on here. So I got the clamp that's clamped to the dashboard with the camera set up in the corner. It's not even in my field of view with driving. Close enough that I probably don't need the wireless mic, but the problem I had with either using the dash cam, the cell phone, or my GoPro was I would get a lot of road noise. So I'm going to try the wireless mic to see if, with the dead cat on it, if that's going to muffle any of the road noise. Alright, so I got the wireless mic clamped to me. You can still see it. I thought about putting it on my hat, but it's going to bother me on my hat. And also wearing it on this side is going to kind of affect the seat belt. So I want to see how this works while driving. Hopefully I'm not going to pick up all the road noise that I was getting earlier. So yeah, the camera right now is off to that side. It's not even in the field of view, so it's not even intrusive. Before, when I had the cell phone, it would be kind of like, because you got to have it horizontal, unless you're doing a short, it would be like right here in my field of view. But this right here is not even in my field of view. It's not blocking anything. I don't know if it'll totally replace the dash cam, but at least with this setup here, I can show you what's going on the road as I'm driving, and also as I'm talking. I don't have to worry about, you know, repointing the camera. I don't have to worry about, you know, pushing the dash cam. This is right here. I'm left-handed, so all I have to do is hit the power button. Boom, going. Talk to you while I'm driving, totally hands-free. We'll see how this works and how this sounds. I'm going to stop recording for a little bit. Once I get on the other road where I have a higher rate of speed, then I'll be able to tell you if it picks up any road noise at all. The other problem I have with the GoPro is the GoPro, for whatever reason, would make like a rattling sound in the holder. I'm not sure if it thought it was hitting something, but I don't know. I just did not like the sound quality of that. So we'll see how the sound quality with wireless goes, but so far I actually like the fact that I'm actually hands-free. I can talk to you. So let me get to another road that has a higher rate of speed, and then we'll see if we still pick up the road noise. In the audio meter, and it seems to be bouncing a bit, so I may still be picking up the road noise and the wind noise just going through this car. Hopefully not. It's an older car. It's a 2008, so it's not exactly airtight, and it does pick up some of the road noise a little bit as I'm driving. You can actually hear it, but usually when I have the windows open, or if I have the radio going or the AC going, I don't hear the road noise itself, but that would also pick up through the mic. So, and actually I'm going to try it with the windows open since it is a nice day. Alright, so I got the window open on the driver's side. We'll see if this picks up any bad audio, but I'm just talking at a normal voice since I got the wireless mic clipped to me, and we'll see exactly how this works out and how it sounds. I'm going to be coming up on the lake in a little bit, so I want to see exactly how with it mounted, where I have it mounted, if I'm going to be able to pick up the lake and out the dash good. So I'll show you that in a minute, but right now still testing the audio portion of this. Alright, so now we're back with the windows closed, and we're just driving as normal. I thought I would like to go into the campground to record, but they opened up the campgrounds early this year to coincide with school spring break and the opening of trout season, so I would have to pay to go in there even though I'm not camping. They changed the rules a little bit. I'm gonna have to see if this year they relaxed it, because I know they were getting a lot of complaints with having to charge people going in just to go fishing or to launch their boat. I know now when launching the boat, you do have to have a reservation because of the parking lot was getting so filled up. That's why I usually launch off the side here with my kayak. But I should have probably bought my fishing pole today, but that wasn't on the agenda. Go ahead and test this out in vlog mode right now. See how this is actually recording, because one thing I'm noticing is I might have to get a different type of cable to connect the receiver into the camera itself, although that's why I probably would like to pick up the DJI Mic 2 and see if I can Bluetooth it, because I have a little problem with the wire showing up in the video. So my thoughts after a week of ownership and using this camera just about every day, this is going to be a total game changer for me and the way I film and the way I do my videos and the way I do my vlogs. This camera is absolutely phenomenal, and I will never probably go back to a regular action camera again. As long as Insta360 keeps making these 360 cameras the way they do, this is a total game changer. I mean, this just adds to my arsenal of camera gear and footage, and probably will replace a lot of camera gear that I actually have. Now, I will say I hope the X5 and going forward the low light capabilities prove to be even better.